Hi, I'm here with Raanan. Hi, Raanan. Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Can you tell me a little bit about what you are doing?
Yeah, so I run business development for Kendago. We're really the kings of paid media. We basically take very brand-driven campaigns and we scale them on all forms of paid media. So our top strongest vertical or categories are going to be specifically in strong branded e-commerce or something in the fitness and nutrition space, personal development, even survival. But everything we do is very compliant, and we work on Meta, on Google, on YouTube. We have the #1 fitness campaign on all of YouTube. We do TikTok, Snapchat, basically all forms of paid media outside of email and SMS. And my top 10 campaigns are all doing over 2,000 sales a day stably, 365 days a year. So we are a strategic partner to grow your brand.
Wow, those are big numbers. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And you work directly with brands or you use like affiliate networks or something?
No, so we work directly with brands because we grow brands long term. Most of our clients we're working upwards of 7 years, and we're really a strategic partner because we don't just run an offer. So we leverage a lot of things we bring to the table. For most of our clients, we'll actually fund the campaigns. So we just work off as a CPA and actually do all the campaign spend ourselves. But then we also add CRO to the mix, so that helps a lot with split testing and optimizing. But additionally, let's say you need a new presenter or spokesperson to come to your funnel, we'll bring that on. We bring celebrity doctors, celebrity professionals to a funnel. If someone needs to go on Good Morning America, if we need, if the AOV isn't where it needs to be, we'll actually rewrite and optimize your upsell, downsell flow. So we're really a strategic partner for growing things long term.
Wow, great. Good partner for your business. You mentioned in the panel and now that you are on Google, YouTube. So which one is your favorite?
I'd say our strongest, first off, they're all my favorite. For me, at the end of the day, if we can perform and we can build a brand, that's the most important thing. So whatever avenue that is, I'd say Google, YouTube, and Facebook are basically our 3 strongest. Each of them, I have campaigns doing over 1,000 sales a day stably just on that platform. But TikTok and Snapchat have become major growing platforms for us. And like I mentioned on the panel, CTV, which is connected TV at home, has become a really big avenue for us, but we're always looking at new opportunities, whether it's with Rumble and True Social or wherever the place is. We look for platforms that can help increase to new audiences.
And for CTV, I think it's really hard to I would say, track those ads. What you are following?
So there's 2 sides with tracking. One side is we have our own proprietary internal ad technology that helps us track everything. When the iOS 14 updates came out and everyone started freaking out, we started implementing server-to-server postback links on every single step of every funnel of all of our campaigns. It makes it a little more difficult with onboarding because we ask a lot, but it helps keep everything insurely tracked, which is really great. And with CTV, one of the things that's really interesting because it's streaming to your home television is the use of QR codes. So you're able to add whatever additional analytics you need in, add your CRM details, whatever information you need to pass, but it's all being done through a QR code, which actually kind of is a step up from the current status with YouTube, where a lot of things can get missing in terms of tracking from the time someone sees an ad to when the conversion happens, and the QR codes really help to a big extent.
Wow, that's interesting information. And you mentioned TikTok. So what would be one strategy that you see that you apply and it's working for your campaigns? I want a tip, an advice or something for strategy on TikTok.
For sure. Well, every platform is a little different. And even though, and I say this with any platform, authenticity is important, more than any other platform, TikTok, authenticity is important. You have a very small window of time. People are looking to really be engaged in a few seconds and get something. So we really use a strong focus on UGC or user-generated content, really trying to connect with people on a very personal, authentic level. Versus on Meta, for example, you might have a podcast ad, or you might have something that's more informational. On TikTok, even though information is key, you want to really focus on how to connect authentically in a personal way.
And where do you find influencer on TikTok?
Everywhere. I work with a number of internal micro and macro influencers. I'm constantly looking at all different, creatives online. I'm looking at different brands. I'm looking at different people. It's just a constant, flow of trying to find new talent, because There's always something in order. We've been around for 17 years. We've never had one ad account banned, shut down, restricted. We really have a stellar reputation, but part of it is adaptability. We're always one step ahead. So if I, for instance, bring an amazing celebrity to a funnel, and that's good, the moment things start working, I think about who's next. What else can I bring? It's never just getting content or comfortable with success. It's looking for new opportunities. So from the influencer perspective, it's always looking. I'm looking every day at content online to find someone good.
I think this is like the main thing for every business in this industry, adaptability.
100%, because what we did 3 years ago is not relevant today. Things change. Of course, we're still working with the same products and the same campaigns, but the angles that worked on Meta 3 years ago don't work today. And the same is to say for YouTube or any other channel that we work with.
You mentioned earlier about tracking, that you have your own tracking system. How important is having your tracking compared with relying on what the traffic sources are?
I think that tracking is the most important. If you're either a small offer owner, you're a big offer owner, you're a small media buyer, you're a big team, you really need accuracy, because how else are you going to plan for the next month, the next quarter, what you're doing? And to me, it really makes me very angry and upset for people when I see people talking about Google Sheets and cross-referencing, because it's so inaccurate. And there's always going to be things that you discover down the line that you didn't realize were mistracked. I've sat in on multiple like masterminds and conversations in the last 2 years where people talk about the iOS 14 obstacles, and 99% of the time it's Google spreadsheets, cross-reference everything. And I want accuracy. I want to understand what's really happening. So I think tracking and creatives, to me, are the two most essential things to run something properly on paid media.
Thank you. I agree. And Google spreadsheets can definitely make you lose time and money.
And lose your mind. They make you go a little crazy.
You talk about creatives. How often you change creatives for, I don't know, like TikTok?
Consistently. We're doing a minimum of I would say, about 3,000 plus short form video creatives every month, if not more. A big part of our strategy is CRO, or conversion rate optimization. Everything is about split testing. Sometimes I have the most brilliant masters in the space working on my team who understand paid media and understand ads, but sometimes they think that something's going to be the winning creative and it flops. And then the thing that they're not so sure about ends up being the control. It ends up being what's there. So you have to keep testing, because at the end of the day, as much gut intuition as we all have, the data doesn't always match that. So you really have to be spitfiring new creatives, going new angles, have new, maybe you're shooting all your creatives inside. Let's see outside too. Let's change the location, change the attitude, the clothing, the presenter. There's so many different things you don't know until you test. So I say test, 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 test. So as many creatives as you can do, that's going to be the key to success.
Okay, that's great. And an advice for somebody starting now in a media buying, what platform would you suggest, or any kind of advice you have?
I think it depends, and there are a lot of different, let's say, layers to that in terms of what your past experience is, what types of campaigns you're going to focus on, what you're doing. The most important thing I always say is try to really focus on one specific platform. Like if someone comes to me and they have a great campaign that's working, but let's say they're doing $5,000 a day campaign spent between 3 different blended platforms, that is not so relevant to me. If someone's doing 5,000 plus spend a day on one specific platform, then it gives me a lot of assurance that if they're doing well on Meta, my team can take them to YouTube. So it's the kind of thing, and I know people are looking at this, you want to see real success. So I would say don't divert into too many channels until you have a given track record on one. So try to focus your energy into mastering one and kind of go from there.
Thank you. That's good advice. Where can people get in touch with you?
Yeah, you can take a look our website, www.kendago.com. That's Kendago, or my name is Raanan, Raanan. You can write me at Raanan@Kendago. You can find me on Instagram at RaananLR, or just find me on the interweb.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.